Okay, so welcome back to the Shaking family on day 107 of our weight loss journey. Today I'm going to try and use the video footage that they shot yesterday while they were preparing our treat meal and our Easter Sunday lunch. However, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it all. I'll try and use as much as I possibly can, and the audio with what they recorded, I'll try and use as much of that as I can, but there was so much shouting and carrying on and kids screaming and playing around, and it just became, towards the end, I think they all forgot that the cameras were actually running. It became a nightmare. They weren't talking about what they were doing anymore. They were talking about all sorts of different things, and so I'll try and use as much of the footage as I can, but I may have to do a voiceover on it like I did previously when they forgot to switch the microphone on. There's music playing which will give me copyright strikes on eBay and all sorts of things, so I'm just going to have to kill all that audio and try and do voiceovers wherever that occurs. I'll just see as I go through the editing. There's a lot of footage that they did do that I'll have to cut right back, otherwise it'll be an hour and a half video type thing. It's still really early. The girls are still in bed, they haven't even got up yet, so I thought I'd just do the intro into the video.
Alrighty, Shaking family, we're going to be teaching you how to make one of my favourite side dishes for any of our meals. It's just a basic salsa, so you guys will all be looking at this thinking that there's no tomato in this. It's deliberate because I don't eat tomato, it's no good for me. Yeah, the ingredients list is pretty basic. We've got red onion, we've got yellow, red and green capsicums, a couple of avocados, some baby cucumbers, lime juice for the dressing, minced garlic and olive oil. So incredibly basic, but it's, as I said in our previous video, it's really fresh, tasty, and it's just a great accompaniment to any dish that you're really going to eat.
And when I make it for mom and dad, when we're here, I put tomato in it.
Yeah, you can add tomato, it's just I don't eat tomato because allergies. So start off by just prepping all your veggies. I'm just going to quickly get this onion all peeled. Now, the onion can be really overbearing, so depending on how much you intend making will depend on how much you want to actually use. So just make sure that you're being pretty reasonable with the amount that you're applying. So one medium-sized onion is perfect for the size salsa that we're making with the amount of other accompaniments. So next you can do your cucumbers or you can do your capsicums. It just doesn't really matter from here. It's the same goal for all of it, right? Give it a good stir through and you can see that there's some really nice colour to it as well. It's a genuine salsa. A really good friend of mine taught me the recipe. When you add the dressing in, which we'll do just before we eat because the lime juice will actually eat away at it. Just prep the avocado now. Alright, so this is a South African seasoning that we all love. My young fella actually eats this stuff. He'll just eat it all if you leave it out and lying around. It's called Aromat. It is very salty, it's full of MSG, you know.
It's yellow.
but it makes the food very flavoursome, so keep a nice heavy hand with the pepper. We'll get a bit of the old lemon rather, just to keep it from browning on us. So a nice seasoned avocado, we'll add that in shortly. Dressing into a new bowl. You want to get the equivalent of one whole lime, sometimes two if you can get it. Makes it nice and tangy, it's really nice. Good solid squeeze of olive oil, and then the most important ingredient, garlic. Very flavoursome dressing. You just give it a good whisk. Once it's all whisked in, we're going to get some salt and pepper in there as well. generous salt and pepper in there. And again, this is something you do right at the very end, because your veggies will go a bit soggy. You still want them nice and firm and crisp.
Okay, this is where I have to do a bit of voiceover because as I said in the introduction, they were all making a huge racket and a noise, and kids were shouting and running around and playing, and we had television going, so it would have resulted in copyright strikes on YouTube, and I'll just have to do a speeded up version of this. It's all it is Lindsay making the two sauces. In the far Thermomix there, where she's pouring the cream in now, that is the pepper sauce she's making, and then in this near one she's doing a Diane sauce. So the Thermomixes make it really easy. You just add things. It's got an inbuilt scale, so the recipe is just a guided recipe. You just press next, and it tells you exactly what to put in. And as a result, she made those two sauces in the Thermomixes.
Alrighty, that's the finished salsa.
Right, and as she's finishing off the sauces there, I just want to say, you know, it was a lot easier having the two of them, and I'll explain why if you want to know. Okay, so that's our treat meal for today. Steak with some garlic prawns on top. We've got a Caesar salad, pull apart bread, and that salsa that Dominic made, and in the jugs we have a pepper sauce and a Diane sauce. I hope you enjoyed that cooking type video. I know it wasn't the best, and even the forming of that, because I was busy actually editing yesterday's video while they were doing the cooking and that. So thank you for the subscribers we have. We really appreciate you hanging around. Hope that you get something out of these videos, and please give us some suggestions for video content. I did look at my blood sugar levels going back. Yesterday's video I said I would try and go back to before we started on the plan, but unfortunately the records don't go that far on my phone. They only went back to the 8th of January. But if you want to see that, yeah, just in the comments, I'll do a video about my diabetes, my journey, and how it's been improving while I've been losing the weight. Please like the videos and share them, and subscribe, hit the little bell, and you'll be notified when we drop the next one. So with that, thank you very much for sticking with us and watching, and see you later from the Shaken family. Bye.